look at Damar's numbers, I mean, Eastern Conference Player of the Week again. What kind of pace is he on?
Well, he's playing at a high level. Again, I'm excited for him. I think he's doing a great job. But I'm more concerned about how well he's playing, helping other people getting shots, which is what he's doing. He's finding people, teams, and that was where we were struggling earlier in the season. When people were crowding him, double-teaming him, sending extra bodies to him, and we were having trouble finding our rhythm shooting the ball. But what he's doing now is now when teams collapse on him or send extra body toward him, he's finding guys in rhythm, on time, on target, and they're able to get their shots.
How difficult is that to add that kind of distribution skill to your game when you're, in your grill here?
Well, it is, because a lot of times, sometimes he may not get this. It may be a hockey assist. It may be the pass in a drive, kick, swing situation. So he's doing a good job, and the rest of the players, it's just as much credit to them of finding their rhythm while he's still getting his thing done also. So it's a combination, a chemistry that those guys have together.
I mean, I asked Damar this as well. He didn't really seem to have a great answer. Why is the mid-range such an oddity, or considered such an oddity?
Because nobody works on it anymore. Everybody, you watch these guys right here, even the big guys now are working on threes. It's either dunk or a three. And it's a lost art, Eric. That's a great question, because people don't work on it anymore. How many times you see guys working on 1-2 pull-up jump shots? Because again, I think their agents or somebody has told them that, hey, that's not analytical. You don't get rewarded for that shot. So it's kind of like the dinosaurs going that way, but it's still very valuable, especially if you're like DeMar DeRozan, who can utilize it, get to the free throw line, and draw contact. But my reasoning would be that people don't work on it anymore.
Does he look like he's having an elite season for you? I mean, his numbers across the board are pretty special.
No, not really. DeMar is so unassuming. He's so humble as a man, as a player. You don't notice it. He doesn't do it with a lot of flair. He just gets it done, which is what I like. And but I look at the numbers, and analytically, numbers-wise, he's doing a great job. But again, I'm sure if you would ask him, he's more concerned about the wins than he is individual accolades. So, but he's doing a great job. I'm happy for him. For the kind of year he's having, because probably if you look at the history, anytime a guy signs a big contract and be rewarded for what he's done for our organization, there's a little letdown after, and there's been no letdown from him, from practice to his leadership to his play whatsoever.
Anthony Bennett's coming to town. He's still, it's funny, the game looks like it's changed. It should benefit him in terms of what he brings. What does he need to do you think, to really establish himself?
Just continue to play, continue to enjoy the game, and continue to work on his craft, to continue to get better, because he's got every tool that you need to be a great player in this league, a good player in this league, or to be able to survive in this league. He's got every tool. Again, I'm not in his head. I don't know where he is mentally, but that would be my recommendation to him, to keep working at it, to stay positive, to enjoy it, have fun, playing the game that he loves and has grown up to have, and keep working at it. That's the hardest thing for young guys to understand is, being in the gym, working on your game is not punishment. It's for your benefit. It's for your reward down the road.
I mean, you're 19-8. Is there anything that you miss about Luis Scola in terms of his presence around this team?
Yeah, just his leadership, his experience, his spirit. And I said the same thing the other night about Bismack. Their spirit is, you can't put a number on that. There's not, there's so much of a value on what they bring to the team, the core, the fiber of your team, the kind of people they are, and still can be productive. So, yes, I do. I miss his spirit, and hopefully we're developing. It's rubbed off on DeMar, on Kyle, and he's kind of handed it off to them, and that's what we can have by having Scola. Because one thing you say about Scola, he's a winner. I mean, at every level, everywhere he's been, he's won. He's won gold medals, and I know people in the NBA don't put a big value on that, but I do, because winning is a habit. And whatever level you're on, and I look at guys what they did in high school, college, AAU teams or whatever it is, and that's what Scola brings to the table.
The role of a veteran, like this idea of a veteran mentor, have you seen it have a positive impact on guys before? Where they can really kind of help a guy's career?
Well, I look in Seattle. We had Sam Perkins, Detlef Shrimp. That was the only way Gary Payton could have survived in Seattle because he had so many great veterans around him to one, absorb his personality. Two is to try to talk to him and give him advice in their own way. So yes, I've seen it numerous in a great way that the veteran leadership, the veteran experience help younger players like that.
Yeah, you guys really don't have one here.
Well, I would say our veterans are still young.
Yeah.
And that's a good and a bad thing, but it's more of a good thing for us. But DeMar is our veteran, Kyle is our veteran for this team, and so again, we don't have the old veteran, but again, our veterans are still relatively young and leaders, and they're all-stars, Olympians. And they've seen a lot, and that's what I said about DeMar earlier. He and Cal both are giving us that type of leadership, that type of that voice in the locker room that has been very, very good.
DeMar was just over here, and he asked him about sort of down the road and how far you guys can go, and he talked about Sullinger being that sort of secret weapon. Do you view him like that? Is he? I mean, I know we haven't seen him yet.
No, we don't. We will hope so. We think so. I pray so.
Yeah.
But again, the guy's been off for 6. I don't know how long he's been off. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. We need that position. We need his skill set. But again, he's an unknown, and I don't want to put a lot of pressure on Jared. I know he's working his behind off to get back in. And in that position.
When you think about what he can bring, what is it that gets you excited about when he is finally healthy?
His passing, his shooting, his basketball IQ is going to be huge for us.
Yeah. How about his physicality?
Well, his physicality also. In the paint, his rebounding.
Yeah.
That's going to be another thing. So again, it's been such a long time since we've seen him play, but we're excited. We'll be excited to get him back. But again, I'm also excited for Pascal. Yeah. Pascal and Pat are doing a heck of a job for us. And the valuable experience that Pascal has gotten, you can't it's going to be invaluable to us.
Dwane, when you factor in no Sullinger, the schedule you guys have had to this point, the defensive issues that I know you've been concerned about, did you anticipate winning 20 games in less than 30? Getting there this quickly?
No, I didn't. And still, I still think there's a lot of room for improvement for us. To be honest, I don't look at the record. I think about what we can do better, and there's so much we can do better. And I see some of the pitfalls and some of the situations we're going to face down the road, and that's what I'm trying to put caution to the wind and make sure we understand those situations as we see them. Defensively, yeah, we had a good game against Orlando, but again, we got to build habits. That's one game. We can't up and down defensively. We got to make sure we create those defensive habits and maintain them for a longer stretch of time, more than one game.
Kind of tricky team tonight. I mean, I think third in the league in attempts, 3-point attempts, number 1 in pace.
Huge.
Near the bottom of the league.
Yeah, and everything. And then one of the top teams in points in the paint. So they got